let's talk about your social media. But before we jump into that, if you are planning on auditioning this season or even next year, I want to invite you to the Perform Like a Pro workshop. In this workshop, we're going to be diving into everything that comes with being a pro dancer and performing like one. So we'll talk about some mindset, we'll talk about being an athlete, as well as performing like a pro with polish, presence, and power. So if you have not joined yet, I encourage you to sign up in the link below in the show notes, or you can go to cultivatecode.co/workshop, or you can just DM me on Instagram the word workshop and I will send you the link. And I cannot wait to see you there because it will be so powerful for you. But let's continue on to social media. So the reason why I actually wanted to talk about this is I saw a clip on TikTok from an old episode of the Making the Team for Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and for DCC. And Kelly was talking to a dancer who was in training camp, and she said, I'm looking at your videos and the music that you're dancing to has foul language and you are flipping off the camera when you dance. Now, I get that there are TikTok trends, and I get that we are doing things for the views and the likes and all that stuff. When you are auditioning for a pro dance team, you honestly no longer get to do some of those things. Like, there's a really popular audio going on right now that drops the F-bomb, and it's just, I will not use it because it's not on brand for myself, who I've been for the past, 14 years, and I just don't feel comfortable using that audio to represent myself and my brand. And I want you to start thinking of your social media as your brand, and especially because so many of you are on TikTok and have blown up with followers, which I think is amazing. That also comes with responsibility of having eyes on you. And you might just be like, oh, I'm just doing my dance videos or whatever it is. You still have to be mindful of everything that you put out, especially when you're auditioning to be on a pro dance team, because you are auditioning to represent a globally and nationally known organization. And at the end of the day, it's a job interview. So being professional in not only in person, but on your social media is imperative. That includes your close friends. It includes your hashtag. It includes the music that you put over your videos. All of that has such an important role of a representation of who you are. And some teams will flat out tell you, hey, we look at your social media as part of the audition process. And some teams don't tell you that, and some of them don't look at it, but a lot of them do reference your social to see who you are as a person and how you represent yourself. And making sure that your social media is buttoned up is very, very important. Things that I want you to consider on all platforms: are you on brand for the team that you are auditioning for? So again, that comes with all of the content that you were posting. I remember when stories first came out and we were doing stories while we were on dance team. At one point, we weren't even allowed to post alcohol because it was just not a good representation. You want to make sure that you are doing everything tastefully. So if you are having a girls' night with your friends, maybe it's posting like a group photo versus like everyone having a bunch of wine on the table, or making sure that you are not posting in real time because things can get a little crazy. Because you are a public figure, you want to make sure that you are not necessarily always trackable in your social settings. And so even just like delaying posting by an hour or two can be helpful, especially for when you get onto a team. Just practicing that now prior to being on the team will be super helpful for you. I also saw a dancer the other day. She posted that she got a new car, and now when you get a new car, it comes with like your paper license plate make sure that you cross that out. She didn't. And so like she's literally posting in front of however many people follow her new license plate, and you can actually like look that up and research things. So making sure that you are, if you are going to put your life out there, which it's totally fine because that is just part of life now, making sure that you are doing precautions to not only make sure that you are safe, but also that you are representing yourself and the future organization that you are wanting to be on in the best light. Next, I want you to be mindful of selfie overload. It is okay to take like a cute photo of yourself, but when someone lands on your social media, what is the vibe that they get from you? Can they tell that you love to hike and that you're an avid baker and that you love to dance? Can they tell that from your profile? Or is it just like, I just think I'm really cute and I'm in swimsuits and I'm in all these little cute outfits? That doesn't show substance. And while you're not necessarily being tagged by an organization when you're on a team, fans will still find you, right? I'm telling you all this now so you can prepare for when you are on a team, that your social media just probably needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It needs to be cleaned up prior to auditions, and then there are some things that you just need to keep in mind once you do make it onto a team. And so what is the story that your profile, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the things, what is your brand that you are bringing to life? And I want you to just like sit and audit your Instagram and say like, what am I bringing forward? And even if you are private, it still is something to think about, because it just comes with the territory that people are going to find you. And I want you to just put your best foot forward going into auditions and when you're on a team. Again, it's just one less thing for you to worry about going into auditions if you start implementing it now. So when you do get to finals and you're being interviewed and the judges are maybe looking at your social media to see if you're a fit, then you just don't have to worry about it because it's already ingrained in your day-to-day life to put your best foot forward. So to recap, you are making sure that your brand is on brand, that you are being mindful of the music that you dance to and that you put on your content, your stories, making sure that it is professional and acceptable, and then making sure that you also just keep it super clean. And then watch the selfies, show all the uniqueness that you have, tell a story about who you are through your profile. That it could be just all dance videos, and that's amazing. It can also show that you do things outside of dance and that you are proud of who you are. So making sure that you showcase all those facets of you in your profile, if that is something that is of interest to you, and just making sure that you are putting your best foot forward heading into this audition season and taking the question mark off your plate. If this was helpful for you, I would love to hear in the comments. And then a reminder to join the Perform Like a Pro workshop so you can learn exactly how to perform like a pro dancer and walk away with tangible steps so you can perform with confidence at your next auditions.